Most people spend their entire lives chasing success, happiness, and purpose, and still feel empty. What I'm about to tell you took me over 30 years of trial, failure, and heartbreak to realize, and you're going to get it in 6 minutes. This isn't another motivational video. This is the hard-earned truth that can save you decades of pain. What I've discovered isn't something you can Google. You can't learn it in school, but once you understand it, it changes everything. How you think, how you work, and how you live. And it starts right now. Let me take you back. I used to believe success was about doing more. More hours, more effort, more grinding. I'd wake up every morning drowning in to-do lists, chasing goals that didn't even feel like mine. Success felt like a finish line that kept moving the closer I got. At 25, I thought I'd make it by 30. At 30, I thought I'd finally arrive by 35. You see where this is going. And then one morning, it wasn't dramatic. It just hit me. I was exhausted, not physically, not even mentally. I was existentially tired. Tired of doing everything right and still feeling wrong. Tired of checking boxes in a life that didn't feel like mine. I realized I'd spent years becoming someone else's definition of successful, so I stopped. I got quiet, and I asked one question that changed everything. What would my life look like if it were truly mine? Here's the uncomfortable truth no one tells you. You can follow all the rules and still lose, because most of us are following someone else's blueprint. We grow up internalizing beliefs that were never ours. Study hard, get a degree, get a job, climb the ladder, buy the house, be responsible, and maybe, just maybe, you'll be happy someday. But here's the real trap. That someday keeps getting pushed further and further and further, until one day you wake up and realize you were living someone else's life. The biggest reason people feel stuck isn't because they're lazy or undisciplined. It's because they're disconnected from what actually matters to them. We are bombarded with noise. Instagram lifestyles, LinkedIn success stories, YouTube productivity hacks, TikTok gurus, all screaming, do more, be more, hustle harder. But here's the thing no one wants to admit. None of that works if you're climbing the wrong mountain. Let's break this down. The core problem isn't a lack of discipline, it's a lack of clarity. Clarity of purpose, clarity of values, clarity of direction. Think about it. A ship without a compass will drift, no matter how hard it rows. And most people, they're rowing blind. So what's the solution? It's simple, but not easy. You have to define your own success, and that starts with radical honesty. Here are 3 questions that rewired my entire life. 1. If no one ever saw what I did, what would I still do? Strip away the applause. Strip away the recognition. What would you do just because it fills you? 2. What drains me, even when I'm succeeding? We often chase things that look impressive but feel empty. That's a red flag. 3. If I only had 1 year left, what would I stop doing immediately? Because that is probably what you shouldn't have been doing in the first place. When I answered those questions, I realized I had spent years chasing validation. I had ignored my gut for what looked good on paper. I had confused being busy with being fulfilled. So I made changes, not overnight, but deliberately. I quit projects that didn't align with my purpose. I redefined my goals based on impact, not income. I focused on depth, not width. Less noise, more meaning. And slowly, something wild happened. I started feeling alive again. The moment everything changed for me wasn't when I got a promotion or hit 6 figures or landed a dream project. It was a random Tuesday afternoon. I was sitting alone drinking coffee, watching sunlight spill through the window, and I felt peace. Not excitement, not adrenaline, just peace. For the first time in over a decade, I wasn't chasing anything. I wasn't anxious about the future or ashamed of the past. I was present, fully present, in my own life. That was it. That was the feeling I had been searching for all along. And it didn't come from doing more. It came from doing what mattered. So if you've made it this far, let me say this. You are not behind. You are not broken. You don't need more hacks or tools or tips. You need to get honest with yourself. Ask, whose path am I walking? What am I pretending to want? What would my life look like if it were truly mine? You don't need 30 years to figure it out, just the courage to pause, look and choose. Because the life you're meant to live, it's not out there. It's waiting for you to come home to yourself. If you are interested in self-development and changing your life for the better, subscribe and wait for the next videos.